Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. I've personally lost over 100 pounds. I've helped my hometown lose over 35,000 pounds, and now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by helping you gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And my friends, the perfect time to start taking action is now. Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and this is episode 200. We're going to be talking about the 8 stages of gaining it all back. And I know that sounds like an intense topic, so we're going to just kind of catch up first, my friends. I know that it's been a while, and you guys, every once in a while, you get the update from me, and it's time for another one of those. So as far as the podcast goes, I know that you're probably like, we were in a nice little flow there, PhD. We were going one with you, one with a guest, one with you, one with a guest every other week. And now things are starting to get kind of jumbled up. And I wanted to kind of set the record straight with what's going down and what you guys can expect moving forward before we dive into this topic. Now, this topic is a heavy hitter, so get ready for that. Hang on tight for that. But basically, I have just stacked up a ton of interviews. Tons of interviews, all right? And they're really, really good. And as a podcaster, something that I figured out is that I really don't like to interview somebody and then their episode goes live like 9 months later. And that's what I'm getting down to. Some of these people, I'm losing connection with them. And I like to do follow-up interviews and really stay connected and just kind of nurture that connection and that relationship with that individual. Because I like to bring them back for follow-up episodes or maybe get them involved in something else or, connect for their show or whatever. So right now, I'm trying to catch up. So I've been posting a lot of interviews each Monday. It's been interview, but they're all home runs, right? Like they've been really, really good. But I have been getting the notes and the emails like, hey man, make sure you do some of your own stuff too. So you noticed last Friday, something different happened. Episode 199 was a Friday episode. So right now I'm planning on tossing on one of my coaching sessions every Friday. So you get a little bit of Adam time as well. And that way you get to hear me kind of dig in. That's me in my truest sense is on, when I'm dug in the trenches with somebody or a small group of people, helping them solve transformation danger zones, talking them through those tough points, those sticking points, and getting them some sort of a strategy and an action step to launch that strategy. So you're going to get plenty of the good stuff from my head, I guess, from the crazy mind of Adam on Fridays. So you can look forward to that. We'll be adding those in there, and I hope that you enjoy them. And, moving forward, I really like all the podcasting gurus say you got to have rhythm, you got to have a flow with your show. Like if every other Monday is me, then the next one's interview, back and forth. Here's the deal. I'm going to do what works for me, what works for the show, what works for those relationships that I'm building. So it might be a few interviews in a row and then a solo. It might be a few solos in a row and then an interview. I'm going to get caught up on my interviews and get those out. So after this one, there'll be another string of interviews, and then I'll pop in and hopefully we get back into a nice little flow. So I just want to give you guys an update on that because I am full on addicted to podcasting. This podcast is not going anywhere. I've been so enjoying the connection. Like the last few months especially, it seems like you guys are willing to reach out and connect with me a little bit more. And I crave that. I love that. Send me DMs on Instagram, Million Pound Mission. Hit me up through the email. Go to millionpoundmission.com, hit contact, send me an email, send me your questions. Let's interact. Sign up for one of the free coaching calls I've been talking about. It's on the website now. The link's like in the middle of the page on the website, 15 minutes free, me and you. And we talk about whatever needs to be talked about to help you out. So I would love to connect with you further. That's one of my goals for this year. 2019 is the year of me connecting with you guys because I just love it. I love it. And it makes me feel like I'm able to express my purpose, my unique ability, my skill set, and I just love it. So lots of connection, lots of good times coming. And so after the episode, if I can figure out how to pull this off with my downloading skills, I'll have something a little special for you. So, and I have nothing to sell or promote this episode. I mean, I might mention something during the thing. You never know if it comes up. But at the end, I want you to hang out. I want to feature one of my clients that is very skilled, and I think that you will enjoy it. So, hang out after the show for that. Now, let's get into the deep stuff. All right, episode 200. I thought about going a few different ways with this. I was like, this is kind of like one of those milestone things. Maybe I interview like my mentor or my wife or a bunch of my friends and have them send in tips. Or maybe I talk about the 200 things I've learned in life. Let's do that. No, that would take forever, and I don't think I've learned 200 things. I'm about 17 things, and then we'd be good. So we're going to talk about one of the things that breaks my heart. Like one of the things that's still, and I think always will be, a soul crusher for me. And I talk to other fitness professionals. I talk to, like, you've heard me talk to like the people that are like psychologists on the show and like all these mindset people and relationship people. And they're like, you got to let it go. But it just, I can't help it. I can't turn my give a damn off in this situation. And it hurts. I take it personally. Like I don't take it personally, I get mad at the person, but I take it personally like, damn it, I failed them. This was a fail for me. And it's when somebody gains it all back, especially when somebody goes deep into a transformation. Like we have them entrenched in a new lifestyle, and then something happens and it all comes back on and they disappear, and that connection is lost, and my ability to impact them is lost. And it's a heartbreaker. It's a soul crusher. So I figured I wanted to map it out, because I do see trends when this does happen. I see 8 different stages, and we're going to cover those with this episode. And I hope that this is a wake-up call. If you are sliding down this slope, I want it to be a wake-up call. So instead of this being kind of a downer episode, I want it to be like, okay, I'm sliding down this. I need to stop. And I want to use this for good and get you to open up your eyes and take action so you can stop the slide. All right? So, and it's good that it's just good information to have. If you're on a transformation journey, these are the things you want to watch out for, because I don't want anybody to go down this path. All right? If I could have like 100% success ratio with everybody that listens to this show with maintaining the results, that would be my dream come true. I know that's not going to happen. That's not realistic, but a guy can dream, a podcaster can dream, right? So let's kind of describe the situation. When I talk about, gaining it all back, I'm not talking about the person that's kind of the serial dieter. That's like, I lost 10 pounds. I gained 10 pounds. I lost 10 pounds. Like they're trying new things. I'm talking about the person that has gone through that transformation timeline. They've been coachable, stage 1. They've found that healthy lifestyle balance in stage 2. They've done the new purpose, new identity in stage 3. And they've achieved 30, 40, 50, 100, 200 pounds of results. And they've changed their life. They're in a flow. They're in a new groove. And for whatever reason, we slide all the way back. All right. So these are the stages. These are the 8 stages that I see. I try to kind of like give them names, and hopefully this clicks for you guys. All right. So the first stage, stage 1, I call we get comfortable. All right. You're somebody, maybe let's just use an example throughout this. You've lost 100 pounds. All right. And you get comfortable. And the thing is, the fire that was in your belly was that weight loss journey. And you've been championed and you've been cheered on, rightly so. Like people are psyched to see you change your life. You're inspiring other people. But then you run out of real estate to sell. You're done losing weight. And there's no purpose. There's no new purpose. There's no new identity. And you're kind of just stuck in that comfort zone of like, okay, I'm here. But that fire starts to go out. And that's the initial stage. If you're somebody that's achieved amazing results and you're starting to lose that passion for it, you're in stage 1. All right, we're getting comfortable. We're getting comfortable in this nice, warm comfort zone. But the thing is, those bad habits are still lingering just right below the surface. And I've seen them come back strong real quick, and we start putting back our weight back on really, really fast. So stage 1, we get comfortable. Stage 2, we stop doing the fundamentals that always work. I see this all the time. I see it coming on. And this is when I really try to jump in there, because I can't necessarily tell if somebody's getting comfortable I mean, eventually I would figure it out if they're somebody that I'm working with on a pretty regular basis, but I can see it when they stop doing the fundamentals. One of the fundamental things I have everybody do, I have them focus on amazing results formula. Are we sweating? Are we eating clean? Are we using the battle plan workbook? Are we thinking strategically? And then are we being consistent with that process? So like the workbook's a big key for me. I check in, hey, where's the workbook? Oh, I haven't filled one of those out in a little bit. Somebody that's lost over 100 pounds, and these are the fundamental things. Like this is what got them there. This is the roadmap. And there's a saying from my friend Shannon Waller. She says that sometimes it's like we get the mindset of, well, that works so well, I think I'm going to completely stop doing it altogether. And that's kind of the mindset we get. It's like we're too cool for school. And like at my gym, there are people that I've kind of taken through an amazing transformation process. And on the way up, they're doing the workbook. They're showing up regularly to classes. They're doing their biweekly weigh-ins. If I put something on, they are there. If I do a workshop, they're there. If I do a goal-setting session, they're there. And I'm seeing the same thing with my online communities as well. If I do a group Zoom chat, they're there. They just keep showing up. They know to stay plugged in. They don't unplug because then you lose the energy. All right? So they stop doing the fundamentals that work in stage 2. Now, stage 3 is what I call we feel the slip starting to happen. So in stage 1 and stage 2, we're kind of still like, we have hopes like, oh, I got this. I've done this. It's no big deal. I'm up a few pounds. I've got this. In stage 3, the slip starts to happen. Like you start to feel like, okay, I lost 100. I'm back up 20. My clothes aren't fitting right. My energy, my joints don't feel right. My confidence levels are getting kind of shaky. And what we do is we start to try like random things. We still don't get back to the fundamentals. If you're in this stage, just get back to the fundamentals. You're good. All right, get back to the fundamentals. You're good. But what we do in stage 3, we start trying like weird random things that we've never tried before. So maybe you lost all your weight with just doing like paleo eating. And all of a sudden you're like, I need to start fasting. Every other day I'm gonna do this fast. I listen to this podcast and I'm gonna start fasting because that's the thing I need to do and it's the quick fix. So we start looking for those quick fix answers instead of the fundamentals that have always worked for us. The long, slow grind answers. We're not at that moment. We're looking for that quick fix just to bounce back, and we still are talking to ourselves going, I got this. I can handle this. It's not a big deal. It's not a big thing. And I can just do this quick fix thing, and I'm right back at it. I'm not knocking fasting. That's just like an example of somebody just kind of making a really hard, sharp turn in a different direction that they know where they've even gone before. If you've lost, just think about this. If you've lost, let's say 100 pounds, you have a recipe for losing 100 pounds. You've got the game plan. All you have to do is follow that. It will work. All right. Stage 4, weight gain guilt. This is where things start to take a negative turn. And I've talked about this before, letting go of weight gain guilt. It's hard. But this is where the slip turns into a bit of a slide, and we start feeling guilty, and we start beating ourselves up, and we start to lose momentum. We start to lose that mojo. We really have lost that fire. The weight is coming back on. Our willpower is depleted. The cheats are coming on strong, and the slip turns into a slide. And then stage 5 happens. It's what I call the disappearing act. All of a sudden, it's ghost town. So the person that's been coming to 3 or 4 classes a week, doing their weigh-ins, doing all this stuff, the weight gain guilt has eaten away at them, and they jump out, right? They jump out of there, and they start to feel that they've let people down. They start to feel judged. They start to feel like, oh, these people, it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed because I can't get back because these people are going to judge me. They're going to laugh at me. They've seen me at my best, and now it's embarrassing, right? And they just disappear. Ghost town. They stop doing all the things that got them where they were with that initial success that they achieved. That's stage 5. Let's see. Stage 6, the unsuccessful comeback. All right. So this is where we've kind of gone ghost town. But the funny thing is, we know we need to do something, right? But we want to do it on our own. We try to rally a little bit, but we were like, I got myself into this mess, and now I got to get myself out of this mess, right? And that's not a successful mindset. Like that, is not going to work. And one of the big reasons, and I've talked about this in a recent episode, is that we now have this weight gain guilt. We have this perceived failure that's weighing on us. That goes to the why nots. Those are reasons why we can't accomplish our goal. And then we try to attack that with the same why we had before. I got to get to 100 pounds. And really, it's trying to get back to 100 pounds, which is not as strong of a why as when it originally was of that first time, right? So you have weight gain guilt, you've got the perceived failure. Yeah, so the why not stack is a little bit higher, and that why side of the equation, the why behind your goal, is a little bit less. So the balance is off. So trying to do this by yourself, trying to do it on your own, it just, it doesn't work. And this is the stage where we not only try to grind it out on our own, but we start to project towards the people that have been there to help us, our coaches, our friends, our mentors, the people that we learned from, our workout buddies. We isolate ourselves from them. We project and we feel, again, that like those people are the ones that are judging us, and that negativity starts to seep. And it's like we just turn into that crap magnet all over again, that like we were when we first started out. And it's like that person you don't want to be around because you don't want to get any on you. So that unsuccessful comeback is twofold, where we're trying to do it on our own. We're starting to kind of project and hate on the people that, were there for us. A good example, I've had people in the gym, like I kind of hear it through like back channels. Initially I start to see the slide happen, or it doesn't matter if they're in my gym or anywhere. I start checking in, I start to do a little bit of chase down. But then down the road, I'm like, all right, this person just isn't responding at all. So I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna give them some space. Then down the road, when they're in this stage, it's more like, oh, he doesn't give a damn. He quit trying. He hasn't checked in on me on a while. They want more check-in. They want more attention. And as a coach, it's hard to figure out what, I'm not a mind reader. That's the best way to put it, is like, I can't read if you want me to give you more attention, less attention, you need space. Because I've kind of had people attack me for both, like, just leave me alone, man, just leave me alone. And then down the road, same person, why aren't you contacting me? Why aren't you coming after me? I need you to chase me down. I need you to drag me into the gym. And it comes back to that why versus why not. You got to build that side up, my friend. And if it's going to happen, it's got to start with you. So that projection starts to happen. And this is like the most sucky part for me, is when these people, like, I would love nothing better for some of these people. Like, I've had a few people that have lost over 100 pounds and gained it all the way back, and just ghost town, like nothing. Like, I can respond, send messages, whatever. There's the weight gain guilt weighing on them. They're feeling that guilt, but then they project that back on me, and they kind of turn to hater mode, and it's a tough deal. So that is stage number, let's see, 6, I think. I may have screwed up my thing, but I think we're on stage 6. All right, now stage 7. Good old Adam. Stage 7, it's what I call being on an island. All right, we're on an island, and it's, you feel isolated, and it's just a tough place to be, because now you've quit checking in with your coaches. You've quit doing the fundamental things that you've always done. You've kind of had that negative attitude towards the people that have been helping you, and you're isolated and you're stuck and you feel alone, and you start to beat yourself up all over again. So there's a lot of negative self-talk going on, and there's no real support system. You're not doing those fundamental things that always got you there. And then the hardest part, stage number 8, we're back where we started, or worse. You're looking all the way up at that mountain again and going, damn, that was hard the first time. This is going to be even worse. Should I even try? Is it worth it? And then on top of that, we have that fear of failing again, which I was just talking to a client earlier this week, and they were paralyzed to really put the necessary effort in, because they had lost weight, gained it back, and they were afraid of going through that again. So why even start? And I was like, dude, that's not the mindset to have. That's like, there's no deadline to get healthy. So let's just chip away. Let's just show up for our goal on a regular basis and chip away at this thing and start building momentum. All right, so those are the 8 stages. I may have mixed one or two of them up there, but give or take 8 stages. All right. Let's talk about how we break this cycle. All right. Now that I've fully depressed you, let's talk about the good stuff. How do we break this cycle? So if you're starting to slide down this, you're starting to slip, then it's a full slide, then it's a tumble, and then just full on just dive bombing down this process, and you end up at the bottom. How do we break the cycle? First thing, we have to take ownership. We have to own it. This isn't our parents' fault. It's not our spouse's fault. It's not our kids' fault. It's not our boss's fault. It's not our trainer's fault. It's not our coach's fault. It's not Adam's fault, especially that one. We no matter what, we can't blame other people. If we are going to reclaim our momentum, it's just not the right mindset. You have to take full ownership. So maybe you have a shitty work schedule. Okay, good. Let's learn from that. Let's do the best we can do. Maybe you had an injury. Good. Let's learn. Let's do the best that we can do. Maybe your spouse doesn't support you. Maybe your kids are eating Doritos in front of you. I talked to somebody that was dealing with that today. And maybe you need to own that situation. It's not their fault. Those kids are owning their situation. They're putting those Doritos in their mouth. Who bought the groceries? Own what you can own, control what you can control, and own your situation. That's the first step to breaking this cycle. Step number 2, I talked about already. We have to level up our why. That why has to get bigger. You cannot go into this fight as you're slipping. All right. If you've already lost 100 pounds and you're halfway down, you're back to 50, you can't come at this with the same why you started off with. It's not going to be big enough because the why nots are coming for you. All right. You cannot attack this with the same level of why. You have to level it up. You have to figure out and dig deep and go, okay, what's the real deal now? What's going to get my ass up out of bed to go to boot camp class? What's going to get me to drink that water? What's going to get me to walk right by that snack station at work? What's going to get me to drop a few cheats off my cheat bank? What's going to get me to get in there and do that strength training workout? How do I level up my why? All right. Or on the flip side, how do we get rid of some of those why nots? How do we let go of that weight gain guilt? How do we let go of that perceived failure? How do I make my schedule a little bit more efficient so I have time? How do I change my relationships? How do I communicate better so I can get some help, so I can get some accountability anchor points? How do I lighten that why not side of the equation? All right, that helps too. Number 3, ask for help. At any point in this slip, stage 1 through 8, ask for help. Let go of your ego. All right? Your ego is not going to save you in this. Just going, if it's to be, it's up to me. Hell no. You got some help to get there, most likely. Very few people are just like, I figured this out on my own and I'm flying solo once again. Like you read something, you had somebody just inspire you, you had somebody coach you, you had some accountability, you had some workout buddies. Go back to those people and say, dude, I need help. All right. Whether it's me or somebody else, I don't care. Just get help. Ask for help. Let go of your ego. You've owned your situation. You've leveled out your why. Let go of the ego. Ask for help. Ask for help. That's number 3. Number 4, get back to the fundamental things that always work for us. You have the recipe. What are the things that help you show up for your goal? What nutrition plan did you just crush? What fitness regimen do you enjoy doing that you look forward to doing? And it gets you in the gym. It gets you sweating. Are you doing the Battle Plan Workbook? If you've never used the Battle Plan Workbook, go to here comes the shameless plug. Go to millionpoundmission.com and it's right there at the top. Transformation Battle Plan Workbook. It's my best thing. Use it. All right. Use the tools that will help you be successful, or the tools that have made you successful in the past. All right. Start doing the things that always work for you. If you have a coach and you haven't connected with them in a while, connect. All right. Number 5, final one, show up for our goals every day in some way, something. So that big goal, all right, if you're chipping away, trying to regain your momentum, you've got that goal, you've lost 100 in the past and you're, back to the starting blocks pretty much with, maybe you're down 30 or 20 total. What are you going to do on a daily basis to chip away and claw back to that point where you are in positive momentum again? What are you going to do? You have to do something every day. Maybe, and it doesn't have to be 7 hours of working out. Maybe you do 5 minutes of meditation. Maybe you journal your food. Maybe you make a phone call, you contact a workout buddy. Maybe you read a book for 15 minutes. Maybe you listen to this podcast. Maybe you listen to 200 episodes of this podcast and get super fired up, right? But you need to do something every day. You have to show up for your goals every day. You've heard me talk about my story. When I lost my 100 pounds, it took me 5 years to do that. It wasn't, one workout and I dropped 100 pounds magically, but I showed up every day for 5 years. All right. I wrote down my lifestyle rehabilitation statement. I read that damn thing every morning, every night, out loud with feeling for 5 years. Right. I showed up because I was worth it. My goal was worth it. And I wasn't going to let anything hold me back. You have to get back to that like Rocky Balboa mindset of, yeah, you might be the underdog now. When you came out and just crushed it in the beginning, you lost your weight, you were on fire. Like you were the golden boy or the golden girl. I don't know if the golden girl's not inspiring. Maybe Blanche is, but anyway. You were that special person, like you were on fire, and now you're beat down a little bit, and you've been knocked down to the canvas a couple of times. Are you going to keep getting up no matter what? No matter what. All right, but we have to show up. You have to take action. One of the worst places to be is to be that person that is tagging in help and that's like looking for answers and asking for people to help out and get involved in things, but you don't show up for yourself, for your own goals, and take action every day, right? Every day turns into like this epic fail of doing nothing and, oh, my day got away from me and, oh, another one again, another one. Well, what are you going to do to break the cycle, my friend? Like if you don't do that, if you don't take ownership of your life, somebody else will, and your life will probably suck, all right? So let's break that cycle. Let's make that change, and let's shift out of this, right? Because you guys are worth it. I've got your back, but when it comes down to it, my friend, all right, I'm speaking to you, all right? I'm speaking to you, you listener, that person that is listening right now. You've got to realize that I can't want it for you more than you want it for you, all right? I can inspire you. I can make you laugh. I can fire you up. I can give you all these tools and these things and I can, share stories of people that I've helped. But when it comes down to it, you've got to want it more for you than I do. And I want it a hell of a lot for you. All right. I want every single one of you. If I could reach through this microphone, reach into your car or earbuds or whatever, and give you a big ass bear hug, I would. I'd say, you got this. This is the year that you take control of your life. All right. And I'm right there with you, my friends. Episode 200. Oh, man. So to wrap this up, I just want to say thank you. I'm so grateful. It's for somebody like me, like I've been an entrepreneur all my life. All right. I only had one real job. I worked for somebody else for 1 month when I was 16. I bagged groceries at a grocery store, and I realized that I'm unemployable. I'm like a wild horse. All right. I cannot be ridden. You don't put a saddle on me. It's not going to turn out well. And it's a scary place to be. But I've always felt like I've had a purpose. I've had a mission. I've had passion. I've had energy. I love to give that to people. I love to just talk to people and say, oh, I've got ideas for you. I can help. And seeing that little glimmer of hope in their eye or smile. I love to make people laugh, probably more than anything, but just giving some of that energy, right? And you guys allow me to do that through this show, just by making it worth my time to get out there, get on the mic like this and talk and share and hopefully inspire. But every time, I want you to know this, every single time I get an email, every time one of you guys hits me up on Instagram or Facebook, like it's the highlight of my damn day, for real. Like it means more than you will ever know. It's just evidence and proof that I'm able to express my unique ability to like let this light and this energy out of my body and give a little bit to you guys. Like that makes me feel like everything I'm doing, all the energy I'm putting into this, is worth it 100%. So thank you so much. Again, this is the year I would love to connect with you. Don't be shy. One of the weirdest things that's happening, I'm doing these 15-minute coaching calls. They're free. And people are like, I know people are a little bit nervous, like he's going to sell me on some stuff. Or some people are just nervous just to go one-on-one with me. Like I don't know. I don't know what you're afraid of. You shouldn't be afraid because I'm a very nice person. But people are like, whoa, I can't believe I'm talking to you. It's like I'm living a podcast episode. And it's weird. I'm not doing this to be famous. Like, I'm not doing this to get that kind of a reaction. I was talking with a friend, Coach Brooke. I was talking with Coach Brooke. Shout out to her. She's my community manager and a long-term client. She's been on the show in several different ways, several different times. But we're talking about how a lot of guys especially are driven by money and ego. And I see them try to take that into their transformation journey, and it just doesn't work. Like, those are the guys that are like, I'm doing an 8-week contest and I'm going to win it. And then they are back to their old habits after they, make that push. And with me, like, I'm the opposite. I'm driven to be free of money and to be free of ego. So it's about connection. It's about impact. Like, I'm hoping that the money thing figures itself out. If I can help enough people, damn, it's got to, right? I just believe in that. I've always believed in my energy, my ability to give that energy, let other people borrow it so they can build up their own momentum. And then, I'll just kind of stoke the fire from there. So you guys allow me to do what I love to do. And 200 episodes, holy shit. 200 episodes, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we're not going anywhere. So I'm super, super thankful for you as an audience. Reach out and connect. All right. Hit that link up in the millionpoundmission.com. Get a 15-minute free session with me because that's just like what fuels my fire, right? Is getting to look you in the eye and say, hey, how can I help? That's what I love to do. That's what I love to do. So don't be shy, or you can just send me like a DM on Instagram, whatever, but don't let this year go by. That's my challenge to you for 2019. Do not let this year go by without you reaching out, sending me an email, sending me a DM, signing up for a coaching session, any way that you're comfortable. Just give me a shot and let's see if I can help you out. All right? Because that, my friends, is how we get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I'll see you on episode 201. But wait, there's more of episode 200. Thanks for hanging out after the after party here. And like I said at the beginning, I had something a little special. I'm super proud of all of my clients. Like, it's hard to explain. I just have a lot of pride when they accomplish something, whether it's, they do something great with school or they have an accomplishment at work. Like, I'm a proud papa, right? And one of my clients is an amazing, amazing musician. And he's in, right now, my favorite band of all time. Quite possibly the best band, at least the best name of a band in the galaxy. Rod Tough Curls and the Bench Press. So here is the debut original songs, one of the few that they have released on Spotify right now from Rod Tough Curls and the Bench Press. It's called Seagulls, and the main man lead singer of this song and rocking the bass as well is one of my clients, one of my reboot clients, CC Ryder, aka Ian, and I just wanted to show him off a little bit. So enjoy this song from Rod Tough Curls and the Bench Press. Now, by the way, before we dive into this now, you have to go to their YouTube page. Just go on YouTube, search Rod Tough Curls, Tuff Curls, and the Bench Press, like working out, and watch their rendition of Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen. They crush it. It's amazing. I've watched it 5,000 times. I'm most of their downloads. So let's add to that a little bit. Check them out on Spotify. Go to their website and check out their YouTube page. It's awesome. So without further ado, here's my main man, CC Ryder, on the bass and the lead vocals with Rod Tough Curls and the Bench Press, Seagulls.
summer.